If you're in need of a point guard build that has all the legend shooting badges, meaning you can hit the craziest shots and shoot from literally anywhere on the floor, and not only that, a point guard build that can still get up on that rim with contact dunks and gold posterizer, a build that will have opponents in fear of you on offense but left stunned by your defensive presence and your ability to get stops. We're talking about a build that will make some of the craziest plays and have everybody ready to turn their game off and never play NBA 2K25 again. This is by far the best point guard build on NBA 2K25. Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy JC and I'm coming at you guys with an absolute banger. I've been waiting to bring y'all this video. This is my new 99-3 with contact dunks PG build. By far the best point guard build in the entire game. I'm not gonna waste y'all's time. We're gonna hop straight into the video. So what you want to do is, for your position, you're obviously gonna be point guard. Self-explanatory. Your height is gonna be 6'2". Now for me, I found personally that 6'2" is just the best heights for PG. I know you could go 5'9" and you can get a lot more attributes and things of that nature, but at 5'9", like realistically, how good is your defense going to be at 5'9"? You know what I mean? So you're getting all those attributes, but you're still small at the same time. So I feel like 6'2" is better overall for offense and defense in terms of shooting over people, in terms of, you know, still being able to get steals, get contests in the paint, just stuff like that, bro. You want to be 6'2". I feel like it's always better to have a taller point guard build. You could go 6'1", you could go 6 foot. You really could go 5'11", 5'10", 5'9" if you want to. But for me, 6'2" is probably the best height you want to go for a PG. Your weight is actually going to be a 170. Now, for the 170 weight, you can go lower than that. You can go to 165. But me personally, I don't want to be too small, so put a little bit of pounds on my player, that's all. Now for your wingspan is going to be 6'3". Now the reason you want to go 6'3" wingspan is so that when you eventually put your cap breakers on this build to eventually get that 99-3, you will be able to get the 99-3. If you go any higher than 6'3" on the wingspan, you won't be able to get 99-3. It maxes out at 97. When you go up to 6'4", 6'5" is only 95. So you want to go at least with a 6'3". You could go smaller, but because you're also going to have dunk on this build, I feel like when you have a longer wingspan, it helps with dunks. It helps with you getting certain animations when it comes to dunking. You're also going to be able to eventually get that Michael Jordan dunk package as well. So you're going to want to have that 6'3" wingspan. And another thing too is that from my last build to this build, my last build had a 6'6" wingspan, and I thought it was going to be a big difference in terms of defense, in terms of dunking, things like that. But I really didn't see a difference, to be honest. Like 6'3" felt just as smooth as 6'6". I'm dunking the same. My defense is pretty much the same. So trust me when I say use that 6'3" wingspan. Now your close shot is going to be a 74. Only reason you have a 74 close shot is just because of the fact that all the attributes are tied in together. So once you put up driving dunk, the close shot automatically goes up, so don't even worry about that. Same thing with driving layup as well. You're gonna have a 79 driving layup. Now that's gonna be good enough to allow you to get layup mixed master on bronze. You also get float game on silver, and as you guys can see in these clips, floaters are still pretty effective. Not as effective as they were last year, but it's still going to be decent enough for you to make floaters, for you to be able to finish at the rim if you ever get taken out of a dunk animation. So you're going to rock out with that 79 driving layup. Next up, we got the driving dunk. Your driving dunk, you're going to max that out all the way, and you're going to have an 89 driving dunk. Now at first, your posterizer is only going to be silver. Eventually your area wizard will be gold as well, but at first your posterizer is only silver just because you haven't put the tier 1 max +1 badge perk that you get from the season pass onto the posterizer. Now for me, I felt like that's what I wanted to do, just to elevate my dunking a little bit more. Dunking is not the best in 2K25, so to be able to have gold posterizer matched with that 99-3 is going to be absolutely insane. Again, you don't have to put the +1, you know, badge perk that you get from the season pass on the posterizer. You can really put that on something else on this build. I'll talk about that later, but I feel like, I mean, why not have 99-3 and still be able to get up on that rim and dunk like you have like a 93 driving dunk? You know what I mean? Gold posterizer, 89 driving dunk. That's going to be really key on this build. Moving on to your standing dunk. Your standing dunk is going to be a 46. Now, obviously, y'all know 45 allows you to get the 2 regular standing dunk packages, but you have extra attributes on this build, you know, once you end up finishing it, and I ended up just putting it on standing dunk. And 46 standing dunk, as you guys can see in these clips right here, still really good. You would think with only a 6'3 wingspan and being 6'2, you can't get up there for standing dunks like that, but nah, bro, you're still getting up there. You're getting on that rim like who's like a small PG who dunks, bro. You're really up there like D Rose. You're really up there like Russell Westbrook, bro. You know what I mean? You can jump off vert, and you're gonna have vert on this build as well. So obviously that's gonna tie in with standing dunks and everything like that. So you want to have that 46 standing dunk. Next up is gonna be your mid-range. Your mid-range is gonna be an 85. Now that 85 mid-range, I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of clips of me knocking down a bunch of middies, bro. You're gonna be able to shoot them very consistently. And one thing I heard about the attributes within this game is that the difference between 80, I think it's 84 to 85 is a big difference, just like the difference between like 79 to 80 would be a big difference, or even 89 to 90 would be a big difference. So you want to hit that 85 threshold. That's going to be a lot better than having an even 84. And if you want to tweak this build and have an even higher MIDI, you could do that as well. But 85 is going to be solid enough for you to hit consistently. And then next up, most importantly, your 3-ball is going to be a 95. Now that 95 3, once you throw the +4 cat breakers onto this build, you'll still have one extra cat breaker, and we'll talk about that later. But you throw +4 on the 3-ball, and now you're going to be able to have all the legend shooting badges. And as you guys can see in these clips, I'm knocking down some of the craziest shots. Don't even talk about when you get badge. If you have that chef badge, or if you have, one of those deep bomber badges, bro, you're going to be able to pull from the logo, bro. I'm telling you, 99.3 is an absolute must if you're a PG, especially within the comp scene of playing, Pro-Am and stuff like that. You want to have that 99.3. Majority of all guards have 99.3. You don't want to be left out. Next up, your free throw. I put my free throw to a 99. I do that on every single one of my builds. I play Pro-Am, so that's a must for me. If you play Rec and you want to have 99 free throw, you don't want to miss any free throws, why not throw it on there? I've literally missed one free throw the entire year within Pro-Am, so it's going to be very consistent. Obviously, if you don't play in any 5 settings or you're shooting free throws, you don't need free throw. Next up, we're going to talk about your pass accuracy. Now, your pass accuracy is going to be an 89. Now, the 89 pass accuracy is going to allow you to get the Tyrese Halliburton passing style, by far the best passing style in the entire game. And another thing with this 89 pass accuracy is that once you put the tier 2 max +1 badge perk that you get from the season pass, you'll be able to have Dimer on Hall of Fame. Now obviously you can still throw that, the tier 2 badge thing on another, badge if you want to, but for me personally, I play Pro-Am. I want my teammates to knock down shots. Your passes are going to be very fast. It's going to be very effective. 89 pass ac for our PG. It's underrated. A lot of people will go way lower than that, but for me personally, bro, I love to pass the ball. I love to see my teammates shine. I'm going with the 89 pass ac. Next up is going to be your ball handle. Your ball handle is going to be a 94. Remember how you have the extra cat breaker, you only use +4 for the 3-ball. You're going to put this +1 on the ball handle to allow you to get ankle assassin on Hall of Fame. That's going to allow you to stun your defenders, get ankle breakers at times. Ankle breakers aren't as crazy as they were in season 1, but still can be effective. As you guys can see in these clips, you still can get freezes on locks and stuff like that. So you want to have that 95 ball handle once you put the +1 cat breaker on, but for now it's going to be a 94. Now your speed with ball is going to be a 91. Now I used to have 94 on my other build just for the legend lightning launch. You could also not put the +1 badge on posterizer to get it on gold. You could also throw that on lightning launch to get it on Hoff, but I don't see a difference between Hoff lightning launch and legend lightning launch, to be honest. I still feel just as fast. Doesn't feel like much of a difference to me. So 91 speed with ball is going to be very effective. Next up, defense. Another very key thing on this build, because you have all this offense, but it comes down to your defense. Will you still be able to get stops? And your interior defense is going to be a 50. That 50 interior defense right there is going to let you wall up in the paint on defenders at times. You know what I mean? If you're guarding the corner in Pro-Am, it's going to let you to, when you beat a defender backdoor, one is backdoor cut or whatever, you're going to be able to wall up on bigger players. As you guys can see in all these clips, that 50 interior defense is going to be key. Moving on to your perim, you want to have 58 perim so you get that off-ball pass on bronze. I do this on every single one of my builds, bro, just because you want to be able to have that off-ball pass on bronze. You want to have something on defense at least. 58 perim is nothing crazy, but it's still going to be good enough for you to, bump your defenders around on the perimeter and stuff like that. Now your steal is going to be a 60. That 60 steal is going to let you get interceptor on bronze. Now that interceptor on bronze is still going to let you play in the lanes, as you guys can see in all these clips right here, bro. I'm hawking steals. I just think that's the way the game is this year, to be honest, and I don't feel like you really need to have that high of a steal this year. I know a lot of PG builds that you guys see, or a lot of just builds in general that you guys see, have a very high steal, but at the same time their builds probably don't have gold posterizer, contact dunks and 99.3 at the same time. So you got to sacrifice a little bit on defense, but I'm telling you, you really do not need to have that high of a steal. Next up, your block is going to be a 58, and don't be fooled by that at all, bro. 58 is still allowing me to, meet defenders at the rim. Look at all these clips right here. It's self-explanatory, bro. This is a 6'2 build getting up like this, and also the block and everything like that is going to be eventually tied into your vertical, and you're going to have a pretty decently high vert when we get to that. But as you guys can see, bro, block is still very effective. And when you look at the defense overall on this build, it might not be the craziest, but you got to remember, if you're playing Pro-Am, you're around a bunch of players who have defense on their build, so you're pretty much hidden on defense. But at the same time, I mean, none of these clips that you guys are seeing for the most part are really in Pro-Am. So like, I'm out there on defense for real, bro. Simple as that. Next up, your O board, that obviously doesn't matter, and your defensive rebound is going to be a 37. That eventually goes up once you put up your vertical, so don't even worry about that. But as you guys can see, look at look at some of these clips right here. Like, bro, it's no way I'm getting up like that. Like, it's just absolutely insane. Like, I literally look like Westbrook right now, literally. Next up is going to be your speed. You could really go 86 on your speed. I decided to go 88 because on my last build I had 89 and I felt super fast, like in every area on the court, whether it was with the ball, without the ball. And obviously this speed, you know, it's without the ball, but without the ball, just running, bro, I feel really fast. Getting out of the break, bro, you want to have a very high speed, and I feel like 88 is going to get the job done. Your agility is going to be at 82. The reason you go 82 agility is because that's going to allow you to get the shifty shooter on legend, and I honestly feel like that's the best legend shooting badge in the entire game, as you guys can see in all these clips. So you want to have that 82 agility, bro. That's going to be key right there. Your strength is going to be a 39. That obviously doesn't matter at PG. And then to wrap this build up, your vert is going to be a 78. Now that 78 vert right there, that's going to help you out with standing dunks, obviously just dunks in general. It's going to help you out with rebounding, as you guys saw in, you know, some of those clips, bro. That 78 vert is going to be very key, and I honestly feel like out of every other 2K that I've ever played, this year vert matters so much, and just the 78 vert, you get so rewarded. Like, whether it's dunks, whether it's lot, whatever it is, bro, that vert is going to be very key. That's going to wrap up this build right here. The build name is going to be a 3-level scoring playmaker. You get the comparison to Tyrese Maxey, an absolute bucket in the league right now. You got Damian Lillard, another legend in the NBA, Kevin Johnson, bro, don't even worry about that nigga. But for the most part, bro, the build is looking tough. 3-level scoring playmaker, like I said. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you like this build, smash that like button, hit the sub button, bro. If you guys want to tweak some things on this build, y'all let me know in the comment sections what I could have did different. I'm really enjoying this build right now, and I'll also throw my Sigs in here too, just to, you know, just to help y'all boys out, bro, just for y'all always showing love. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the sub button. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.